Hey, I know what it's like when you're standing in front of a blank wall, scrolling through endless best projector screen lists, and wondering whether you're about to waste a few $100s on something that will look great in the catalog but fall flat in your actual living room. You've probably already measured your wall, checked the ceiling height, and thought about how much ambient light you get during the day. The question is, does a custom-built, ultra-short-throw, UST, screen actually make a difference for you, or is it just another piece of furniture you'll end up covering with a blanket when it doesn't perform? Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I'm going to walk through the practical side of the 71-inch to 200-inch projector screen fixed frame UST ALR acoustic, talk about who will get real value out of it, and point out the hidden trade-offs that you won't see in the headline specs. First off, the biggest thing that sets this screen apart is that it isn't a one-size-fits-all pull-off health thing. The manufacturer promises a bespoke build, meaning the frame, fabric tension, and even the acoustic coating are cut to match your exact wall dimensions. In the real world, that means you won't have the awkward gaps or forced corners that often happen when you try to shoehorn a standard screen into a non-standard space. If you've measured a wall that's, say, 9.5 feet wide and 7 feet high, you can order a 120-inch version that fits flush, without the need for additional trim or filler panels. For people who care about a seamless look, especially in home cinemas that double as living rooms, this can be a huge win. The downside is that you're committing to a custom order, which typically adds lead time and eliminates the possibility of instant replacement if you change your mind later. Now, let's talk about the ultimate UST screen claim. Ultra-short-throw projectors sit just a few inches from the wall, and they rely on a specialized screen surface to reflect the image back toward the viewer without distortion. The fabric on this screen is engineered with an acoustic transparent, ALR, coating, which means you can mount hidden speakers behind it without the sound being muffled. In practice, this works best in rooms where you want the speakers hidden for aesthetic reasons. Think a sleek wall-mounted soundbar or ceiling-mounted speakers. I've seen a few setups where people place a pair of bookshelf speakers directly behind a 100-inch screen, and the audio comes through clear, with a low-profile look that would be impossible with a traditional matte white screen. If you're planning a minimalist design and already own a UST projector, that acoustic feature is a genuine benefit. There's also the stays flat, looks flawless aspect. The screen uses a tab-tensioned premium felt that claims to keep the fabric taut across the entire frame, from 11 inches up to 100 inches high. In a typical home theater, the biggest complaint about fixed frame screens is the sag that develops over time, especially in larger formats. The tension system here is designed to prevent that sag, so the image stays uniformly rectangular from edge to edge. For a 200-inch diagonal screen, that's roughly a 9 by 5 foot rectangle. Maintaining a flat surface is crucial for preserving the projector's native aspect ratio and avoiding keystone distortion. In real life, you'll notice that the image stays centered and the corners don't wobble when the room temperature changes, which can be a subtle but noticeable quality boost. On the flip side, this screen isn't a universal solution for every projector. The product description mentions compatible with ultra-short-throw UST projectors, not suitable for long-throw units. If you have a conventional throw projector that sits a few feet away, this screen's gain and coating are tuned for the steep angle of a UST unit. Trying to use it with a long-throw projector can result in a washed-out picture because the screen's gain is optimized to bounce light directly back toward the viewer. So, make sure your projector model falls into the UST category before you order. If you're still undecided about the projector type, you might want to wait until you have that piece locked down. Another practical consideration is the free material selector survey. The seller offers a questionnaire that helps you choose between different fabrics. Some prioritize higher gain for brighter rooms, while others focus on low reflectivity to reduce glare. In reality, that selection can be a bit confusing if you're not familiar with projector terminology. If you have a bright, sunlit living space, opting for a high-gain fabric can help you maintain a decent image even with ambient light. Conversely, a low-gain, matte surface is better for dedicated dark rooms where you want the deepest blacks. The fact that they provide guidance is helpful, but it also means you'll need to spend a few minutes answering the survey and trusting the recommendation. Shipping is handled with transparent global delivery and DDP pricing, which essentially means the seller covers import duties and customs fees for most markets. For buyers outside the United States or Canada, This can simplify the checkout process, no surprise fees popping up after.